Mm. What's up, everybody? It's Frederick Douglass Bussey back live with you today, suited and booted. And we are going to talk about the three new ways of marketing that your business has to do, or you're dead. Three ways to think about your marketing, and you need to be able to shift it into high gear. Otherwise, you're going to get left behind. Your competition will eat you alive, and you'll get left in the dust. Let's go to work. So if you're watching this on LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube, drop a comment below. Let us know what you're thinking about as we're having this conversation. It won't be long today, but we want to kind of open up your mind, and spark some ideas about what you're doing with your marketing. Marketing is different now, and the world is changing so rapidly. A few months ago, OpenAI opened up a Chat GPT, which is an artificial intelligence app that allows you to be able to generate automatically responses, to be able to create all types of things through language and through art. And so you can simply type in a few commands. You can get out an ebook, you can get out a speech, you can get out social media posts, content. You can even write a script for a TV show or a movie based on your simple prompts. And so what that means is that a lot of people are thinking that we can take this and turn that into marketing hacks and shortcuts. And certainly it's useful. It's certainly useful. But the most important thing that you need to understand about all of this is that no matter what you're doing, knowing why you need to do it, understanding the principles and strategies behind it are the most important thing. Because everything that you're using these days can be useful and helpful, but it really depends on whether or not you understand how to be able to shift and move forward. A lot of things have been happening in the past when it comes to marketing and advertising. And one of those things that has been coming up for a lot of us is if you've ever watched anything online now, I want you to just simply think about your reaction to seeing a commercial or an ad come up, right? I have three young children, and so they're all digital natives. They've all come up in this era, and they have clicked on videos on YouTube, on different apps, and especially on YouTube, they're watching a video, and there's always this pre-roll ad that comes up, and in the corner there's this skip ad button. That's one of the first things they learned how to use, was a skip ad button. Now, what happens to your marketing and your advertising in the future if you are coming up and you're advertising in an environment where increasingly everybody becomes more familiar with the skip ad button than what the message is that you're putting out there online? So if that's the case, you need to be thinking about how can you get people to avoid the skip ad button and be able to engage with your marketing. And there's three different ways we want to talk about that. Three different things that are really, really crucial to you being able to understand how to use this. Because if you don't, you're going to be missing out. Your business will be dead. If you cannot market, and I don't mean if it's just paying for ads, but if you cannot market, if you cannot convince people or attract people or influence people, you're not going to be able to be successful. All right. So if you're watching this, let me know where you're watching this from as we dive in. There's three simple steps that we want to get into. And really, I always try to make it as simple as possible. So we're going to think about it as ESP, right? Not extrasensory perception, right? But ESP. How can you think about three new ways of thinking about marketing in this age? The first is edutainment. All right. And there are four different things that we're going to talk about underneath that. But first of all, edutainment is simply the aspect of how do you capture somebody's attention? How do you teach them something, but in a way that entertains them and allows them to be completely engaged in what you're talking about, right? If you're going in, you're diving in, you're going to be successful in being able to get more, build your audience, be able to attract more clients, more customers. You've got to be able to do this. You got to be able to entertain. Hi, Anthony. Greetings from Fort Washington, Maryland. Good to see you, man. All right. So edutainment is so super important, right? And so the first thing you want to be able to do is you want to be able to attract them, right? You got to know what visually attracts people, what is going to capture their attention, right? So you want to be able to attract, Plus, you want to be able to, sorry, move this out the way, entertain, right? Which means keep their attention, keep their attention. You want to be able to delight them, right? So in other words, you want to be able to give them a hit of dopamine. You want to be able to make sure there's something that makes them feel something, whether it's good, bad, sad, emotion. You want to be able to capture their emotions and engage their emotions fully. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to inform them, right? They need to learn something. They need to know something new. There needs to be an advantage to watching this video, whether it's a cool hack on how to tie your socks up or how to pack a luggage for a trip, whatever the case may be. You need to be able to give them something that is useful for them in some way, even if it's a new joke they can tell at the next holiday party, whatever the case may be. So you want to be able to attract, entertain, delight, and inform them. All of that comes up under edutainment, right? So the next part is that you want to do story selling, right? Story selling. And I say that because you don't want to tell, you want to tell them, you don't want to sell them, right? So wait a minute, you just put selling in the phrase, story selling. But you want to use stories. When we are born from a very young age, we are learned to engage with the world through stories. We find out what things are true, what things are legends, myths. All these things happen because these are ways that human beings have passed down information for years. And so there are natural stories that exist in different cultures. You know, there's the story of Jack and Jill. There's Little Red Riding Hood, Hansel and Gretel. All of these fairy tales and myths and children's stories that have come about, they're all based on certain stories, certain archetypes, things of that nature. You want to use those things to be able to engage people and be able to put your client or your prospect inside that story so they can see that thing play out and they can understand it more powerfully, and it can be more memorable for them. So when you're story selling with your information, with your ad, with your marketing, you're doing something different than the average person is doing. And if you look at most commercials and most ads today, they want to go out there and they want to blast you and tell you all about what they're doing. They want to tell you how amazing their product is. What they're not doing is telling you a story that is memorable and powerful. 99% of marketing and advertising does not do this. And they think they do, but that's because most people are copying what other people are doing, and they're not being original and creative enough. And as Gary Vaynerchuk always says, creative is the variable. That's the thing that's going to make it allow you to be able to be more successful, because you're going to be able to stand out and position yourself in a completely different way. So are you storytelling, right? Are you telling them, or are you simply telling them, or are you simply selling them with a story that allows them to be able to be the hero and allow them to figure out how they can create more value in their life through what you're selling them, all right? The last part is this. It's the P, and that's permission. Listen, I always tell my clients, you want to use, marketing is a jump rope, not a lasso, right? You need to know what's going on inside your client's head. And that's difficult for you, then maybe you need to do more research. You got to understand that process of diving in. We talk about this a lot in the Scalosity model of influence. How do you get inside your client's head to be able to get them to tell you what they're thinking, feeling, and experiencing? And the better you can do that, then the better you can garner permission from them to continue to be a part of their life, for them to engage with you, for them to go on this customer journey that's not only going to make them a customer once, but make them a repeat customer over time, allow you to be able to scale your business faster and more powerfully, right? So how are you going to get permission from them? Remember, it's a jump rope, not a lasso. A lot of people, what they want to do is they want to capture people's attention. If you think about Yellowstone or the cowboy movies of old, you're getting a rope and you're trying to hook people and drag them over into your store, into your business, onto your website, whatever the case may be. But permission marketing says get people to raise their hand and say, I'm interested in that. Tell me more. It says, let's do this dance together. It's a jump rope. It's a collaboration. You're saying that we want to be a part of your life, a part of your journey, a part of your story. And you're actually doing this in a way that allows people to enroll themselves into the process of working with you and becoming a client for the long haul. Permission means that now they're not jumping off deck at any particular time. They're more engaged and they're better clients because they have made the conscious decision to be a client or a customer, right? And that's what we really want to be able to dive into. So if you're looking at ads or marketing online at any place, if you're watching television, maybe you're watching the NFL playoffs or you're watching football or soccer, whatever, when a commercial comes on, ask yourself, are they edutaining me? Are they story selling me? Do they have my permission? Or are they interrupting me while I'm trying to do something else? Because the more annoying that your marketing is, the more that it's keeping people from getting what they want instead of delivering them where they want to go even faster, then the harder it is going to be for you to survive with your business. Your marketing is going to fail you. Your company is going to die. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Because if you're going uphill, especially in economic times of difficulty, inflation, recession, whatever the case may be, and it's shifting tides where artificial intelligence is coming in, where you've got other people that are competing with you at a lower and lower rate in terms of what they have to invest, you've got to be able to raise the stakes. You've got to be able to build something that's more valuable, a vehicle in your business that can deliver people to a goal that they want. And to be able to be singular in your ability to do that is really, really important. So I would love to see what your comments are. If you're watching this on replay, drop a hashtag replay. Let me know what you're discovering from this conversation. And let us know if there's a way that we can work with you. If you are struggling to try and gain more momentum in your business, if you're scaling it, but you're just really not seeing the results the way that you would like to, then maybe there's a way for us to be able to support you in doing that and moving forward. All right. I don't see any questions here for now, so we're gonna move on. If this has been valuable for you, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with someone that you think this will be valuable for as well. All the links are in the comments below, in the description below in the bio. So if you want to contact or connect with us, you can do that as well. All right. Another whiteboard session in the books. My name is Frederick Douglass Bussey. As always, ever forward.